I've had this game Doom Machine for a bit, and the reason it's taken me so long to do a video on it is every time I start to play the game a couple times before showing it on video, I get so involved that I run out of my allocated filming time. And then I tried to do it another way, which was just to start from the beginning and do a playthrough, but I kept dying. I haven't won the game yet. I've played it multiple times. I'm going to talk about my thoughts about the game at the end of this video, but right now, this is the farthest I've gotten in this game, and I just want to show you how it plays out to see if I can actually win. I've got 1 health left. If you don't know how this game is played, I will give you a quick summary, and then you can also skip to the end for my thoughts about it, where I go through the mechanics a bit more. In essence, what I'm trying to do right now is, with my 1 health, destroy this Doom core, which itself has 2 health. And I have successfully destroyed parts of this Doom machine already, which is giving me the benefit of some extra dice to roll, and I'm just gonna play out this 1 turn. What's significant here is that I can only allocate 1 die for a shield, which means at best, if I'm lucky with my rolling, I'm going to get 6 protection of a shield. However, I will be getting 4 or 8 damage unless I can destroy one of these 2 things with my dice. I know, it doesn't make a lot of sense unless you know the game, but if you know the game, you'll see how very, very close I am. So let's see. All right, great. I got a bunch of natural 6s. So this immediately is going to be my shield. I have to do that. And then I have to figure out if I can destroy one of these 2 things. Otherwise, I'm going to be dead this turn. And luckily, let's see, for this one, it's probably going to be easier because it could be a 1 or a 6. And whoops, let's see, show you. I actually rolled a lot of 6s. So that could be 1. Whoops, I just moved this. I'll figure out where that goes based on the video. 1, 2 points of damage. This can be manipulated to be a 3rd point of damage. And these can be manipulated to be 4 or 5. Yes, I can do this. I can turn this into put this there and turn that into a 6. Put these 2, turn them into 1s. This is definitely the farthest I've gotten in this game. And let's see what I need to focus on, because I still have to get through the next turn. I still only have that 1 health coming through. This is going to be that's going to be a problem. That is the Doom core, though, of course. But I can't quite get to that. 3 plus 3. That could be a 3 plus 3, as could that. I hate to waste a die. This could be, let's see, wait, I messed myself up here. Oh, right, I did. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that is going to be there. That's allocated. That's my shield. Now, working with this, I am going to, I can do some re-rolling is basically what I can do. I can use that there. Oh yeah, and I can attempt to, let's re-roll these and see if we can get a 3 with one of them. That's what I'm going to do. I did not get a 3 with one of them, so that is, I just wasted a lot of dice. Well, this is why the game is, I don't play this game well. Anyway, okay, moving through. We are going to destroy this thing, right? We got a 6 and a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take that out. We get its dice, and most importantly, we prohibit it from doing that 4 damage, which we would not be able to survive. And now let's run through. This is going to gain a sentience and a power, 8 power, 3 sentience. This is going to do its 4 damage, which we can protect, and we're down to 2 there, and this is going to go there and back up to the top. And now we made it through one cycle, and we got a lot of dice to roll. So let's see what we're dealing with here. If we can just take this out, we'll be done. Actually, can I get 3 6s to win this game? Finally, I think I can do it. Those can all be 6s. Let's see, those can all be 6s. No, I can't do it. I have to get a reroll. All right, that's going to repair itself. That's going to deal 3 damage. Whoops, I never rolled that. Oh, let me give that a roll. Ooh, haha, it was a 6. Okay, I don't know actually if that's going to do it for us. Still not going to do it. All right, so those can become 6s there. And I really need to just get another 6. I have to risk it because I can re-roll 3 of them. And that is going to do the 3 damage. That's it. I think it all gets down to this. I can make these 6s. I need 1 more 6 to take this out and win. I can't manipulate any more dice this way because I've already done that, but I can re-roll 3 dice. And there's really nothing else that matters in terms of trying to do anything else, because I can't, I'm going to get 3 damage here no matter what, unless there's no way I'm going to be able to take that out. So the bottom line is I'm going to re-roll 3 dice. Let's see if we can, I think I'm going to go for the yellow dice. Maybe that's a mistake. If I get a 6, I win. If I don't get a 6, I lose. That's the bottom line here. Whoops. Ooh, look at that. I did it. I did it. That is a 6. So what we've done is we've turned these to 6. I forgot to do that. We've turned these to a 6. Put that there, 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 and we did it. We did it. It's so satisfying. It's super satisfying. I've played this game so many times and not been able to do that. So, all right. This is what can I say about this game? Let me reorient and let's do a discussion. Okay, let's spend some time talking about Doom Machine. This is the author's name, and this is available from the Game Crafter. I'll put the link down below. It's described as the Doom Machine awakens, face off against an ever-evolving machine of death and destruction. Find and defeat the Doom Core before humanity is annihilated. It is an intense pressure cooker card and dice solo game experience, and indeed, that is completely true. It comes with 20 dice, 16 machine cards, and then some supporting tracking cards and little wooden cubes. So at its core, no pun intended, what you're attempting to do is to destroy this card that is the Doom Core of the machine. You build the machine by taking 9 random cards from this stack. And when you do that, you'll have 6 cards that are not in play in your game. So it provides some variety there. And you build your machine out like so. And you begin by revealing 3 of its parts. Your goal is to ultimately destroy the last card, which is the Doom Core. But in order to do that, you're going to have to destroy at least some of the parts that come out each turn. They cycle down to deal you damage, take away your power by restricting your dice usage, and a whole bunch of other things that can create misery upon you. The dice manipulation aspect of the game is surprisingly simple, which is you can either re-roll up to 3 dice. This is the easy mode. The hard mode, you can only re-roll 2. Or you can change the value of up to 3 dice, 1 up or 1 down. or on hard mode, just of 2 dice. Once you've done that, you can allocate, if you choose, you don't have to, any up to 4 or up to 3 dice as part of your shield to protect you from incoming damage. And what you're trying to do in order to destroy the various parts is to come up with the formula, the dice formula, that will allow you to tick down the health value of your part ultimately to 0, so the part goes away. And once that happens, you begin by placing this as such. Once you tick this down, you get this die, into your arsenal, which will then help you destroy the other parts of the machine. You do not have to destroy all parts of the machine, but if you don't focus on getting rid of some of them and getting more impact in your own arsenal, you will definitely not win. And even if you do that, you will probably not win a lot of the time. Ultimately, all you must do is destroy the Doom Core card before your own health, which starts at 10, runs out. During the course of the game, the machine will also be gaining power and sentience based on certain things that it runs for itself, and those will also impact the ultimate amount of damage it does to you from the Doom Core, and from other cards, but from the Doom Core especially, because it will deal damage equal to that total at the end. You don't have ways of getting back any HP, so 10 HP is not very much. You really have to take care of it. But there's lots of things you need to take care of in this game, and that's what makes it so great. Because the way that the cards come out, some cards can impact each other in terms of what the values of the card can do, and some will, that may depend on the order that they come out. And as the turns go, the dice will track down and hit an icon, and then the card will do that amount of damage, or it will repair itself, or it will increase the power and or sentience of the machine itself. And there is a card here that tells you all the possibilities that the card could have. One of the worst ones is it could lock up your own dice. So you have to pay attention to quite a lot. That's one of the things that makes the game so great. The other thing that makes the game so great might not seem like that much, but it really has an impact here, I think, which is the actual design of the game, the art of the game. That as you're building your machine out, just looking at all of these things connected together really does give you the feel of this kind of infernal machine that's messing with you. And the titles of the cards and then the impact of what the cards does is thematic to the title. So this, for example, the synaptic disruptor, it's going to deal damage equal to its own sentience. So that makes thematic sense. And then the longer the card stays as part of the machine, it's going to increase its own sentience. So it's going to make itself even stronger and stronger. On the other hand, this soul harvester is just going to deal a ton of damage. It's going to knock you down, and then, as if that weren't enough, it's going to lock up one of your own dice. Again, very thematic to the name of that card. So the impact of all of this together makes this game one of those ones, as I said at the beginning of the video, it took me a while to get to this video because every time I took it out, I just started playing it, and then all of a sudden, like an hour had passed, and that was the time I had to make the video, so I had to put it away. There is luck in the game, of course. You are rolling your dice to get the starting values that you're going to then use to manipulate. However, now I'm no scientist, but it seems to me that I would say it feels like about 75% of the game is not luck, that it is really what you do with the dice that you do get and how you decide to allocate them and manipulate them, and which part of the machine you decide to focus on to get rid of to get your additional die from it. In a way, I think most of the luck in a sense, comes not from the die rolling, but from the way these cards come out, because the starting health value of the cards can vary from 3 to 6. So if you get like a bunch in a row that have 6 health, and it's possible, or 6 or 5, if you pulled out a machine that had mostly 5s and 6 health, that in and of itself right there is a harder game than if you pulled out cards that had mostly 3 and 4 health, because it's just going to take you that much longer to get rid of the cards. So to me, the most of the luck, even though it's a die rolling game, most of the luck actually comes in how these cards come out. I will say that I did lose the game, as mentioned. Like, I don't even know how many times I played it before I won just that one game, the end of the game that I showed you at the beginning of this video. There isn't, beyond the included A side and B side, the A side being easier because it lets you manipulate more dice than the B side, there isn't a way to make the game easier. However, my suggestion is, and I have done this too, is that as the core travels through, when it gets to the black spot, it goes up to the top, and that's how it cycles. But there are some cards that have, for example, this one even has 3 black spots. Now, the designer has said that when you get to the first one, you don't then go to the second one, you just go back up to the top. Now, this doesn't make sense to me, and I wonder if there was at some point a concept of what I'm going to suggest is to make the game slightly easier, which is that you could decide to cycle through all of the black squares before you went up to the top, basically thus giving you a break from this card, for example, or at least one extra one. And there's a few cards that have more than one black spot, and since there's no dice pushing the initial one forward, I'm not really sure why it is designed this way, unless it's just for aesthetic reasons. But it would make sense that you could add that on to make the game slightly easier, and that would make the game definitely easier. And in fact, it could make the game a lot easier if you pulled in a lot of cards with multiple black squares. So that is a look inside this excellent game that has a ton of replay value. I love the concept of having small games in a tin to travel, especially around this time of year. I love the idea of throwing something in my backpack when I'm going to a place that I would love to be able to absent myself from for some period of time. But most small tin games that I have encountered, and I'm not going to name what they are because that's not the purpose of this video, but most small tin games that I've played, after like 4 or 5 plays, I feel like I've seen everything. I lose interest. Not this one. This one is just, it's like the opposite. The more you start playing it, the more you want to play it. There's a point at which you got to put it away, but then you want to take it back out again and just see what you can accomplish. It has that feel, and it also has this great sense of urgency at the end. It does feel like a pressure cooker, because you can see you're just at the very end, you're like typically so close on your low health that there's a lot riding on every decision you make and every roll you get and everything that is happening, all the different cards you've chosen to eliminate in the past. So I highly recommend Doom Machine if you're looking for a great small tin game, and thanks for watching.